going to start working with tables instead of graphs. So we've talked about graphical limits. Now we're going to talk about numerical limits using tables of numbers. Okay, so we have a table of values. This is an exponential function. And we're going to use this table to find the limits. So, as x approaches negative infinity, so for this first one, that means as I keep going this way, what do you suppose is happening to f of x, to y?
Down.
Yeah, the y. It's like going from 9 to 33 to 513. It's probably getting bigger and bigger and bigger, which is, you're right, infinity. Okay, the limit as x approaches negative 3. So, negative 3 means I have to approach it from this direction and from this direction. 9, yeah. So it ended up being actually what f of negative 3 is. And that's okay. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. Just depends on the data. Limit as x approaches 1. So I go 1 this way, 1 that way, 1.5. And as x approaches infinity, so as I go this way, what's going on down here? What are you supposed to get closer and closer to?
1.
You're right. So those are limits and how you find them on a table of information. This next one is a rational function. Did I go too fast?
Wait, are the undefined things like holes?
Yes, or asymptotes. Especially with a rational function, probably asymptotes. But it could be holes or asymptotes. Okay, so see how many of these you can fill in. If you're confused on one or two, that's cool. Just leave blank. Okay. So the limit as x approaches negative infinity. So as I go this way, what's y doing? It looks like it's going to 1. Yep, I would agree. We good? Okay, as x approaches 1 from which way?
Left.
The left. So as I approach it from this way, now I know y ends up equaling undefined, but what is it doing in the meantime?
Infinity?
Yeah, it's going up forever and ever and ever and ever. So even though f of negative 1 is undefined, that does not mean that the limit as x approaches negative 1 from the left is undefined. Because it's 2001, if I kept putting in like negative 1.00001, that number would keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So now let's look at it going the other way. So if we go limit as x approaches negative 1 from the right, so we're looking at this. What's happening to that number? It was negative 1, now it's negative 1,999, negative infinity. Because think of this is a rational function. So it's probably, if we graphed it out, it's probably somehow doing this number, right? So we know it's going to negative infinity and infinity at one point or another. Before I forget to tell you, you are probably good to start on the homework. Obviously, it won't be due or anything tomorrow because it's kind of, But it says day 2 homework. I'll put a spot on Google Classroom for you just to be starting on it. It'll be like before, this is Wednesday. So it probably won't even be due until the next week, so don't stress about that. I just want to tell you before I forgot. Okay, the next one. The limit as x approaches 2. So that means I have to approach it from both, I have to approach that 2 from both sides. Now it says it's undefined, but look at what's happening before it. What are those numbers approaching? 0.333. This one's 0.334.
I said 0.
Okay, what it actually is 1/3. 0.3333333333333. And you'll be able to recognize those more because you'll see those more often. All right. Limit as x approaches infinity. So I'm going this way. What? Yeah. Y is going, it looks like it's getting closer and closer to 1.
Wait, isn't that less than 1?
It is. But it's what is it approaching? You can see this is 1,000.
Mm-hmm.
If I did like 10,000, it'd probably be 0.999998. If I did 1,000,000, it'd be 0.99999. It's getting closer and closer and closer to the value 1. Okay, good question. So it's not going to actually equal the number. You got to kind of see where it's going. Now sometimes it actually equals it. It just depends. So you have to look at it and see. As x approaches negative 1, so that means we go left and right here. Didn't I already do that? Yeah. Okay, what is this one?
Do not exist.
Yes. Why is it does not exist?
Because that is not equal.
Yes. Because these two right here, nope, not those two. These two right here were not the same thing. One was infinity and one was negative infinity. Okay, we will stop there. Bells are going to ring. Be working on that homework. It says day 2 homework.